Let me know in the comments, what side are you on? Are you on the side of Professor Xavier has to do this and you can kind of forgive what he's doing? Are you on the side of you can't forgive what he's doing and, he has to be like detained or put in prison? Or are you on the other side where, nah, forget this, he got to go. No more Xavier, as somebody will probably say if and when they would kill him. So please let me know in the comments. My name is Dorian. This is SCM Comics. We are continuing our cover of the Fall House of X with X-Men number 34. So our story starts off with Xavier and his original 5, and it says, dreams are real. Then it shows Xavier at Krakoa, and it says they live and breathe. Then it shows Xavier with Omega Sentinel at Orchis, and it says, and they die. And when they do, they can break people too. So then it cuts to New York, and I thought that the X-Men destroyed that satellite that's supposed to be a big huge magnifying glass that they've been using to try to roast the earth using the sun, but I guess they didn't. Or it could be that they've been doing a lot of jumping around, so this could have happened before it got destroyed, or I don't know, maybe after, which makes no sense, or maybe there's multiple ones, who knows. Either way it goes, that's what Nimrod's doing right now. And then MODOK appears on the tugboat that's being guarded by Orchis for some reason. And I like what the narration says. It goes, and then MODOK comes, and he is a grotesque olive oil topping on today's sandwich. And he sings, all play and no work makes MODOK a real jerk. So there's one Orchis agent, he's been guarding the tug for a long time. I guess nobody's been in contact with him because, the space station was taken out by Polaris. So I guess MODOK was in on the whole AI scheme from the jump, which is kind of crazy because MODOK used to be a man, but now I guess he's more a robot than he is man. But I guess you could say that for all the AI, because Omega Sentinel used to be a woman, Nimrod used to be a man, and Myra, we all know her story. But they gave MODOK access to everybody's DNA in Orchis, and now he gets to what he calls make art, or turn everybody into monsters. So then we cut to the Daily Bugle, and we have Ben Urich, and in the narration bubble he goes, I should have known today was going to be bad because I broke my favorite mug that my late wife gave me. And it cuts to the Daily Bugle, and we see Orchis is holding him at gunpoint, and he goes, but I didn't think it was going to be this bad. And he goes, let me get this straight. You guys want me to retract what I said about you guys and say that you guys are angels and you're doing this at gunpoint? And I guess the main one was like, everything we did was for you, for humanity. And all of a sudden they get the message from MODOK, and they start freaking out because MODOK is changing their DNA. So the one Orchis agent, freshly turned into a monster, starts to attack Ben Urich. All of a sudden Firestar comes out of nowhere and goes, hi Mr. Urich. And he goes, Firestar, help. So she freaking sees the dude and then sends him out the window and then sends a message to Ms. Marvel, letting them know that these Orchis agents are now being mutated. Poor choice of words. Transform. So you got this lady that's being attacked by 2 of them, and she's trying to protect her baby. Ms. Marvel comes out of nowhere and starts helping her out. So Ms. Marvel's trying to hold these things back, and they are grotesque, and the lady's like, I'm thinking I'm going to be sick. So Ms. Marvel just decides just to pick the lady and her baby up and just get them out of Dodge. And the lady goes, is this the hand that you touched that thing with? Put me down. If I was Ms. Marvel, I would put her ass down right back in front of the monsters. But like, you know what? You deal with it, you crazy heifer. But Wolverine, Lord Kenny, the clone, not the original, comes to save the day. She was sent by Emma, who has good news and bad news. The good news was Wolverine. Bad news is she lets everybody know that Professor Xavier has pretty much jumped ship and has joined Orchis and is helping them do the things that they need to do. So Sync's like, who the hell is going to neutralize Professor Xavier? And Emma's like, I hate to admit it, but his talents are considerable. That's her pretty much saying that he might be a little bit better than her. She's like, don't worry, I got my top X-Men on the prowl. So then we cut to another Orchis facility where we see Shadowcat has cut her way through some DNA enhanced Orchis agents. And we see that she's freeing somebody, and once we turn the page, we see that it's Caliban. Now, I'm not going to assume that everybody knows who Caliban is. Caliban is a Morlock. His main mutant ability, because he has a few, his main one is that he can locate anybody that has the X gene. The first they thought it was within like a 25-mile radius, but he located somebody that was like halfway around the world. So I don't think there's a limit to pretty much how far he can use his powers. And she wants to use him to locate Charles so she can do what she needs to do. He must take Charles out. And Caliban's like, no, Charles wouldn't betray this. He wouldn't do that. And she's like, look, you've been on ice for a while and things have changed and I need your help with this. So then we cut back to New York and we have Firestar, Miss Marvel, and Wolverine Lord Kenny. And they have tracked down MODOK to that tug. And don't ask me how Miss Marvel knows this, but she goes, it's not tied up to the dock. So technically, don't maritime laws apply? And MODOK's like, yeah, listen to the girl. Maritime laws do apply. And Firestar ain't trying to hear none of it. And she blows that tug up. And MODOK comes out and he's wearing a captain's hat. And he's trying to hit Firestar with a beam. Firestar ducks it and then shoots, or say burns off the captain's hat right off of MODOK. So Miss Marvel throws a gasoline canister in the air. MODOK's like, I'm fireproof myself years ago, you fools. And then Firestar hits the gasoline canister with her power. And then MODOK's like, but Firestar's microwave waves hurt. So MODOK's a crispy critter. He looks down, sees Synch. He goes, oh no, I don't know what power Synch channeled it into, but he pretty much flies right through, kind of, MODOK and pretty much decimates his jaw. So with a half a jaw, MODOK goes, nice punch, but you can't kill me. I self-repair, and we see some nanites, I guess, sitting there trying to repair him. He shoots a blast that Lord Kenny Wolverine blocks with her claws. She starts talking to Synch and she's like, hey, can you tap into Polaris's powers? And I guess the book says that his heart skipped a beat once she said that to him. And they pretty much do a fastball special where Synch's pretty much throwing Wolverine into MODOK. And she does what all Wolverines do. She slices and dice and tears up MODOK. So Synch realizes that she got nowhere to land. He goes, hang on. She goes, I'm hanging. And then he catches her. So Miss Marvel takes her big hand and goes, hi-ya, and chops MODOK. He goes, ow. Lord Kenny is like, she's so cute. And Synch's like, yeah, we need her to keep us in the light. There's one more MODOK monster beneath us. So he sets her down and she takes care of him. Now, for those of you guys that kind of know this, kind of bear with me. I'm going to try to do a really fast version of it. For those of you who don't know, Lord Kenny, Darwin, and Synch went into the vault. Time moves very fast in the vault. Synch got out. Lord Kenny and Darwin stayed in. They thought that Lord Kenny was dead, so they brought her back using the 5. But she had no memory of what happened in the vault. So her and Synch actually developed a romance while they was in the vault. Well, come to find out that Lord Kenny was not dead. She came out, so she was in the older Lord Kenny. She became Talon, and then unfortunately, the High Evolutionary pretty much took her out. So that's why this awkward moment, and Lord Kenny saying sorry for your loss. So Synch's pretty much saying, I just want people to understand what she sacrificed. She sacrificed herself in the vault to save me, and then she sacrificed herself with the High Evolutionary to save millions. And I just want people to understand that. So then we cut back to Little Tokyo, and that's where pretty much the Orchis Philly was at, where Kitty helped release Caliban. And Caliban just ain't with it. He's like, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not helping you hunt down Charles Xavier. And he pretty much goes, I'm not sorry, Kitty. Killing anybody, even a traitor, is wrong. So now Kitty's pissed, and she pretty much yells, coward, I should have left you locked away in that lab to rot. So I think she finally realizes what she just got finished saying, and she goes, oh God. But then all of a sudden all you hear somebody goes, it's okay, Caliban, you go, I'm here. So then Shadowcat's like, I'm glad you got to see that, Logan. And he goes, I've seen worse. She's like, I kept hoping that maybe something happened to him, like maybe Cerebro got infected, or that maybe that Myra got to him. But no, he's just being Charles. And knowing that just broke me. And Wolverine's like, look, dreams die, things change. So like, you're too young to regret surviving. That'll be the next few decades for you. She's like, if we win, then I'm done. No more X-Men. But Wolverine's like, do whatever you need to do. Stand down. I got this. Right here, right now, Charles needs to die or none of us are safe. Why is it always Wolverine that got to go in and do all the dirty work?